Hey, I am going to do some Zen painting, and you can just watch along, see if it's calming to you. This is a really nice book that a friend gave me. I'm going to turn that music down. It has really nice pressed flowers in the book. I am a member of a co-op bookstore, and we were going through a box of donated books, and this journal slipped into it. I'll pause the music. Just love the way it sounds when this journal opens up. That really nice creaking sound that a book makes that you just can't replace. I haven't done a lot in this journal yet. My friend just gave it to me when I was at the bookstore. But this is the first sketch that I did. What I love is it's super multimedia because it has these little filters that kind of cover each page so nothing will bleed onto the other pages, which I think is just so nice. So here is a little hexagon face. I actually started this one for my dad, and then I realized it wasn't a hexagon, and he asked me to draw a hexagon, so I just turned it into a face with a little bit of a shadow. It's a really faint shadow. I kind of just like scribbled a really faint shadow, just like a pensive little face. I was just playing around with colored pencils because I don't use colored pencils a lot. And then my dad told me to draw either a hexagon or a square. So here's a little square I drew for him. And he wanted some darker colors, so I'm going to go back over that. Not right now, but eventually. It's a logo for his band. But yeah, it's still kind of morning vibes, morning energy right now. And to me, the best way to start my morning off is creatively. So, these are super basic watercolors. You could probably get them at like Walmart or anywhere really. And yeah, they're super basic, but I really like the pigments and I like how they come off. And it's kind of relieving sometimes to paint with something that's like really basic, low quality, because you don't feel like you have to like salvage the materials or something because you spend a lot of money on them. So yeah, these are just like kind of basic watercolors that I enjoy a lot. I have fancier ones, but I'm a little protective of them, so I don't use them a lot. I also brought these to my preschool one time, and they got a little bit messy, but that doesn't bother me at all. So, you see the pigments are really bright. Oh, sorry about that. And soon I will direct the camera so you can just look at me as I paint. And I was going through my suitcase and I found this super clean tipped paintbrush. It has a very long brush and it's very thin. I don't usually go for brushes like this because I don't know, I guess it's really long and it's not usually what I'm going for, but today I saw this brush last night and it felt so soft. It's like never been used. And yeah, just I was like playing around with it last night and I was like, wow, this brush is so fresh. The fibers feel like such a good quality that I really wanted to paint something with it. Just because I was like, wow, I really want to do something with this brush because it's so calming to touch. I can't even imagine what it would be like to paint with. So, I'm dipping my paintbrush in the water. I'm going to start off with black because black is such a Zen color. I love Zen art. I'm a big fan of Alan Watts, who talks a lot about Zen. I've read a few of his books. I love the way this black flows. Ooh. That's what's really fun about Zen painting, is you're going and you're setting out for the actual feel of the painting. And you're not as concerned with how it looks. And to me, that's a really liberating concept. Because I am an artist, I take myself so seriously so many times when I'm creating, and it's really nice just to create something without being so serious and just seeing what happens. So, and sometimes that's when the best things can come out, is when you're just doing it for fun, when you're not doing it for a goal, or when you're not doing it for any expectation. That's, I think, when some of the best magic happens. It's hard to remind ourselves of that so much because we always have outcome in mind. But when we let go of that, we can learn a lot. So, when I'm just painting for fun, I find that my mind can really relax and I can just enjoy the physical movement of the brush along the paper. And I can learn a lot about different techniques, different positions of the brush, because I'm just doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for anyone else. This painting may never leave my sketchbook. This painting is just for me. But when I practice this Zen painting, I learn, oh, I really like this technique. Maybe I want to integrate that in my art after all. Wow, that was fun. Maybe I could try that again with a little bit more clarity. Ooh, I love dropping the color on places that already have water and watching how the pigment travels. Wow. So beautiful. Very calming. I started learning about Zen studies in college. I got really into meditation communities, and that was my cat. And I learned a lot about Zen, and it's something that I take breaks from in my life sometimes. But it's such a anchoring force that no matter what, I find myself returning to it all the time. And every time I return to it, I learn something new. Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to go back over that with a little bit of water. Let the pigment darken. Add some more pigment. See if it wants to travel through the water. And it does. Dot, dot, dot. Kind of have some like raindrops going along over here. Ooh, wow. I am finding myself so relaxed. Ah, beautiful. It might be time for me to add another color. I'll probably switch brushes. I don't want to because I love the way that brush is feeling. It's just really working for me right now. But it has a lot of black on it, and I kind of want to add some yellow. This I won't use. It doesn't glide across the page as well, this brush. So I'll use this more as an accent. I have a few recognizable forms in this picture. I have a bit of a face that you can see. I've made a hand and a raindrop, a few raindrops. Although I do like making abstract art, and this is somewhat abstract, I also enjoy putting like a few representational, recognizable forms in my pictures because I don't know. It kind of like gives it a type of grounding, and I feel like when people see it, they're kind of like, oh, okay, there's a hand. Because I notice as like people, we are constantly looking for something that makes sense to us. We want things to make sense. And when we can see a form or a shape that we know that is helpful to people. I'm not enjoying this brush as much. I think I'll switch back to the first one because I did set out to do Zen painting, and that brush isn't really making me feel so zen. So I'm gonna return to that brush. Ooh, wow, that's nice. This brush is just such a typical Zen brush. Ooh, that is so pretty. This brush just feels so nice across the page. A painter who I actually had the privilege of discovering in real life at an art museum named Hunterwasser. I can leave his name in the bio or the info description box. He is one of my favorite artists, and he is a Zen painter who made some really profound works, and they're very layered. And he made like a huge point to say that he painted for the physical practice and the feeling of what the painting and the action of the painting was giving him. And that really comes through when you see his paintings. Because when you see his paintings, they're so calming, and you can just feel the energy that he just sat there and made these little details and these marks for his own gratification, his own pleasure, his own practice. And that really inspired me, because I do feel like sometimes when you're making something and you get like disgruntled or irked or annoyed, it can come through when you've wrestled with a painting, and sometimes it comes through and it's really empowering, but sometimes it comes through and it's like just not giving the energy that people want to look at it or that people can enjoy. So when I saw his art, he's an Austrian artist, I was really inspired because I was like, wow, okay, you can make art just for yourself in your own physical sensation that you get from it, and it can be profound and it can be groundbreaking, and you don't have to wrestle with like a technique. You could just continue making what you're doing. And get a lot of growth and amazing outcomes. So that was a big breaking point for me, kind of. Got so zenned out that my computer went to sleep. So I'm gonna finish up this video. I'm getting pretty into this painting. I might be done with it. I might go back to it. I'm not completely done, but getting to that point where I'm ready to stop. And yeah, if you watch this video, I hope that maybe it calms you down in this crazy world that we're living in. And maybe it inspired you, or maybe you feel like you want to paint, or maybe if you don't already like painting or drawing or creating, you'll think, okay, like I don't have to go in with a goal. I don't have to go in with a ton of developed techniques, and I can still get a lot out of it. I can still give to the world my art, my creation. I'm going to go back over some of it with black again. Because this black is just really powerful. So fun. I could literally stare into this painting void for the entire day. if I could. But I do have a physical body, and I do need to walk around, get movement. I actually have work, have a job, I have online school, so unfortunately I'm not able to do this forever, but woo! Nice, calming time for right now. Wow, it's getting a little bit chaotic in that corner. Might add a touch of purple, purplish blue, to calm that corner down a little bit. Anchor it with some deep, calming blue. Everyone knows blue is a very calming color of the sky, color of the sea. My cat is coming closer to me. Hi, Scout. She sometimes likes to play in my watercolor water. So, fair warning, that could happen. Ooh. Got a little bit intricate over there. Sometimes I like to kind of like take the paintbrush and make up some like language of sort. Make up what would maybe could be appear to be like a language. Do like symbols. I love doing that. And it's kind of fun too to make shorter brush strokes, since a lot of what I have on this page is like really long brush strokes. A few more. Well, this page got a little bit crazy. It's not as zen looking as I thought it would be, but I'm gonna stop for now. I'm getting a little bit carried away here. But this is what I have. It's fun, it's dynamic. I'm happy with it. I may go back over it. I'm happy with my filter page that will cover it up so it won't bleed onto any other paper. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope this video was calming to you.